it's Jess from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my Spookathon TBR. The Spookathon I know starts October 15th. I don't remember what day it ends, and I know Books and Lala hosts it, and I don't remember who else hosts it. I know, I'm horrible, but the only person I think I follow of the host is Books and Lala, and I'll link her announcement video down below. There are 5 challenges, and it's all about reading spooky, thrillery books, and so I have 5 books I'm going to read, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get to them. The first one I've seen a lot of hype around, and that is The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. I was sent this to review from the publisher and I just haven't gotten to it yet. And this one is about a bunch of cheerleaders died mysteriously 5 years ago, and no one knows why, and now it's 5 years later and things are happening, and our main character Monica is like finding things. There's a new person at school, and it's just, I think they're gonna figure out who did it or what happened to these cheerleaders. It's compared to Riverdale on the back. It says a little bit of Riverdale, a little bit of Veronica Mars. So I'm really excited. I know that some people that I follow have enjoyed this, so I can't wait to read it. It is YA, so I think I'll get through it super fast. The next challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover, and so I'm kind of cheating. I'm reading Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I just got this at Half Price Books. I wanted to read a thriller, and I found this, and I know that some people on YouTube have been talking about this author and this book in particular, so I decided to pick it up. And this one kind of has purple, so I know it's more like pinky, but like the edges of the pink have like a dark purple on them, so I'm counting it as purple because it's the only book in my TBR that'll count. This is about a family where the 15-year-old daughter was perfect and she goes missing, and it's 10 years later, and the woman, I think, runs into this guy whose daughter looks exactly like her missing daughter. And I think it's trying to figure out what happened to her daughter. It sounds really good. I am in the mood for like a thrillery kind of book. I've heard it's more not as thriller. I think that Chelsea from Chelsea Dolly Reads read this because I looked it up on Goodreads while I was at the store, and she gave it a 4-star, I think. It wasn't really thrillery, but it's a good mystery, so I'm excited to read this. The author is British too, so the fact that it takes place in the UK, I'm really excited for that. The next challenge is to read a book not set today, and so I was a little annoyed because I'm like, what book that's like a thriller can I read that's like historical that I'll want to read? And I thought, just because it's not set today doesn't mean it has to be in the past. It can be in the future. So I'm gonna read Folsom by Taryn Fisher and something Astor. I never remember the first name of this author. Doesn't even say her first name. Willow Astor. The only place that says her first name is on her website at the bottom. Everything else just says Fisher and Astor. So this is a futuristic book, and it takes place in a society where it is very hard to have babies, and so they have men whose jobs it is to reproduce. And so the main character is one of the guys. His job is to reproduce with women, and he falls in love with someone, which I think is forbidden for him in this time period. And so they have a forbidden romance, and I think that bad things are happening in society. It sounds really good. It's pretty short. There is a book too, so I feel like there's going to be a cliffhanger, but I really want to read this, so I'm excited for it. The next challenge is to read a book with a scary word. I almost said bad word. A scary word in the title. And I'm going to read Sweet Evil. Evil is the word that is spooky, and it's by Wendy Higgins. This is YA, and it's from a long time ago. I don't even remember when it was published. This came out in 2012. So 6 years ago. Doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it kind of is a lot of time. And so this one's about fallen angels. So many people have recommended this to me, even though it is YA. I heard the romance is great. The girl can like sense emotions, I guess, and the guy's a bad boy, so I'm excited. I think it's fallen angels, like the kids of fallen angels. Sons and daughters of fallen angels. So I'm really excited. I do own book 2 if I want to go right on into that after I read this, but I really want to read this for this challenge. The last challenge I'm just a little annoyed at because it is read a book with pictures, and I feel like there's such a limited amount of books you can read for this because they're like, oh, it doesn't have to be a graphic novel. It can be a book like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which everyone's reading. I have no interest in reading that. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I really don't have any interest in reading that. And nothing else has pictures in it. I don't read graphic novels, so I hate it when a reading challenge has a challenge to read graphic novels. And for this, I feel like they were trying to not make it so specific that you could read something else if you don't read graphic novels, but nothing else has pictures that I'm interested in. So I'm not doing this challenge. I'm kind of annoyed. I really liked how the Contemporary-thon changed it to read a different medium of a book. I never remember what this wording is. So not a paperback, so you could read an ebook, an audiobook, or a graphic novel. I love that challenge, so I would recommend for Spookathon to do that, but they just chose to read a book with pictures. I have none for this, so instead I'm going to be listening to the audiobook of Sadie by Courtney Summers. You probably know what this book is. Everybody's been listening to it. Everybody's been giving it 5 out of 5 stars. It's about this girl. I think her sister is either killed or kidnapped, and so Sadie goes and tries to get revenge on the person who did that to her sister, and then it's a dual timeline for like the past with Sadie leaving and then the present with this guy with a podcast who's like narrating what happened to her or uncovering what happened to her. And I heard the audiobook's awesome, so I've already downloaded it on Scribd. I don't know what's going on with Scribd right now. I know people are angry that they are limiting what you can listen to, although it's supposed to be an unlimited audiobook ebook service. I think last month ran out and like some things weren't available that were available previously in that month, but I have not run out of books yet, so I've already downloaded it to make sure I have it. So I am going to listen to Sadie during this week and hopefully enjoy that, and I'm really excited for that because everybody's loved it, and I've heard the podcast element's really cool, especially in audio form, so cannot wait to read that. And that's my Spookathon TBR. Let me know down below what you are reading for the Spookathon. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.